Stop everything you're doing right now. December 7th, 2025 is not just another day. Something is happening in this exact moment that hasn't occurred in over a decade, and you were chosen to know about it before it's too late. A forbidden shift portal just opened. And when I say forbidden, I don't mean forbidden by God. I mean forbidden by the limitations of ordinary human consciousness. I mean forbidden to those who are still asleep. I mean forbidden to those who haven't done the inner work to handle what's about to come through. But you're here. You found this message, which means you're not ordinary. You're not asleep. And you're about to experience a destiny miracle that you never saw coming. Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you, because this information is time sensitive and the window of opportunity won't stay open forever. We're in what ancient mystics called a reset moon phase. This is not about the lunar cycle you learned in school. This is about a rare energetic configuration that occurs when multiple celestial forces align to create a portal of unprecedented transformation. The reset moon doesn't follow a predictable calendar. It appears when consciousness on the planet reaches a critical mass of awakening, when enough souls have cleared enough density that they can hold higher frequencies, when the collective vibration has risen to a point where evolution can take a quantum leap forward, and that moment is now. Today, December 7th, 2025, the reset moon is active, the forbidden portal is open, and your third eye is being activated, whether you're consciously aware of it or not. Your third eye, the pineal gland located in the center of your brain, is your spiritual antenna. It's the part of you that perceives beyond physical reality, that receives information from higher dimensions, that connects you to universal intelligence. For most of your life, this sacred organ has been calcified, shut down, blocked by fluoride in the water, toxins in the food, frequencies in the technology, and most importantly, by the programming of a society that doesn't want you accessing your full power. But the reset moon energy is so strong, so penetrating, so unstoppable, that it's breaking through all of that. It's dissolving the calcification. It's blasting open the blockages. It's activating your third eye to levels you've never experienced. And when your third eye activates, everything changes. You start seeing what's invisible to others, patterns, energies, truths that were hidden. You start knowing things you have no logical way of knowing. You become intuitive in ways that seem impossible to your rational mind. You begin to perceive the future before it manifests. You recognize soul contracts and divine timing. You see through illusions that fool everyone around you. This is not imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is your natural state of consciousness that's been suppressed your entire life. And it's coming online right now because the reset moon is giving you access to abilities that have been forbidden to keep you controllable, manageable, and small. If you're feeling intense pressure in the center of your forehead, leave 777 in the comments. This is the physical sensation of your third eye opening. Now let me explain what I mean by the forbidden shift portal. There are shifts that happen regularly in human consciousness, small evolutionary steps, gradual awakenings. These are permitted shifts. They're gentle enough that the collective can absorb them without too much disruption. But then there are forbidden shifts. These are quantum leaps, radical transformations, moments when the rules of reality itself change. And they're called forbidden because they threaten every system of control that exists on this planet. When masses of people suddenly wake up to their true power, when they can see through the lies, when they can't be manipulated anymore, the old structures start to crumble, and those who benefit from those structures don't want that to happen. But here's what they didn't account for. Once consciousness reaches a certain threshold, the shift becomes inevitable. It can't be stopped. It can't be controlled. It has its own momentum, and we've reached that threshold. The forbidden shift portal that opened today is allowing through frequencies that were previously blocked, information that was previously hidden, abilities that were previously dormant, and the people who are tuned to the right frequency, the ones who have been doing their inner work, the ones who were meant to be part of this shift, they're receiving the full download right now. This is not going to happen to everyone. Most people won't even notice. They'll go through December 7th completely unaware that a massive cosmic event is occurring, because their receivers aren't tuned to the right channel. Their third eyes are still too calcified to pick up the signal. Their consciousness is still too dense to hold the frequency. But you're different. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. You've been preparing for this moment even if you didn't know what you were preparing for. Every challenge you've faced, every dark night of the soul you've endured, every moment you chose truth over comfort, it was all building your capacity to handle what's coming through this portal. But here's what you need to understand. This miracle requires your participation. It's not going to fall in your lap while you sit passively waiting. The portal is open, but you have to walk through it. The third eye is activated, but you have to use it. The destiny timeline is available, but you have to align with it through your choices, your actions, your energy. So let me give you very specific guidance about what to do in these critical next days while the portal is at its peak strength. First, protect your energy field fiercely. The same portal that's allowing higher frequencies through is also making you more sensitive to lower frequencies. You're going to feel other people's emotions more intensely. You're going to be affected by chaotic environments more strongly. You're going to need more alone time, more silence, more space to process what's moving through you. Honor that. Don't force yourself to be social if you need solitude. Don't consume media that agitates your nervous system. Don't engage with people who drain your energy. Your field is recalibrating. Treat it like the sacred temple it is. Second, practice active third eye meditation. Sit quietly, close your physical eyes. Focus your attention on the space between your eyebrows. Visualize an indigo or violet light there. As you breathe, imagine that light growing brighter, spinning faster, opening wider. Do this for at least 10 minutes daily while the portal is open. You're consciously cooperating with the activation that's already happening. You're accelerating the process, and you're training yourself to access this state of expanded perception at will. Third, pay obsessive attention to your intuition. Every hit, every hunch, every inner knowing, act on it immediately. Don't second guess. Don't rationalize it away. Don't wait for external confirmation. The reset moon is testing whether you trust your inner guidance more than your outer circumstances. If you keep dismissing the intuitive hits, the channel will close. But if you honor them, even when they don't make logical sense, the channel will open wider and the information coming through will become clearer and more specific. Fourth, document everything. You're going to have insights, visions, downloads, synchronicities that will seem crystal clear in the moment but fade from memory quickly if you don't capture them. Keep a journal with you constantly. Record your dreams immediately upon waking. Write down the random thoughts that pop into your head. Note the patterns you're noticing. This creates a physical record that your conscious mind can reference later, and it also signals to your higher self that you're taking this seriously, which encourages more information to come through. Fifth, take at least one bold action toward your destiny. Something you've been too afraid to do. Something that feels risky or uncomfortable. Something that requires you to trust the invisible more than the visible. Send the email, make the call, have the conversation, apply for the thing, create the thing, start the thing. The portal rewards courage. It opens further for those who demonstrate they're ready to step into their power, but it closes for those who stay in fear and inaction. Now let me address what's going to try to stop you from receiving this miracle. Because the moment you step toward your destiny, resistance will arise, not from outside you necessarily, though that might happen too, but primarily from inside you. Your ego mind is terrified of this shift. It's been running your life based on limitation, fear, and control. And now you're accessing abilities and possibilities that make all of that obsolete. So your ego is going to fight back. It's going to generate doubt. It's going to create anxiety. It's going to remind you of every time you failed before. It's going to tell you that you're being delusional, that this third eye stuff is nonsense, that you need to be realistic. When this happens, and it will happen, you have to recognize it for what it is. It's not truth, it's fear. It's the old programming trying to keep you safe by keeping you small. And you have to choose consciously and repeatedly to override it. You have to say, I hear you, ego, but I'm not listening to you anymore. I'm listening to my soul. I'm following my intuition. I'm trusting this process even though I don't understand it. Every time you make that choice, you weaken the ego's grip and strengthen your connection to your higher guidance. You might also experience physical symptoms as your third eye activates. Headaches, especially pressure in the forehead. Dizziness or vertigo as your perception shifts. Changes in sleep patterns. Vivid dreams, waking up at specific times repeatedly. sensitivity to light, especially seeing sparkles or geometric patterns when you close your eyes, ringing in the ears as your frequency adjusts. These are not problems. These are confirmation that the activation is working. Your physical body is adapting to hold higher consciousness. Give it time. Stay hydrated. Rest when you need to. The symptoms will stabilize as you integrate the new frequency. Let me also tell you about the collective impact of what's happening. You're not the only one going through this activation. Thousands, maybe millions of souls around the planet are experiencing the same thing right now. And as each person's third eye opens, as each person steps into their power, as each person begins operating from higher consciousness, the collective field shifts. We're building toward a tipping point, a moment when enough people are awake that the old systems of control can no longer function. When truth becomes undeniable, when manipulation becomes ineffective, when the lies that have held humanity in bondage for centuries finally collapse under the weight of widespread awakening. Let me tell you specifically what's being activated in your consciousness right now. First, your ability to see timeline possibilities. Right now, if you get quiet and tune in, you can perceive multiple potential futures branching out from this moment. You can see the timeline where you make one choice and where it leads, and the timeline where you make a different choice and where that leads. This is not fantasy. This is your consciousness operating at a quantum level where linear time doesn't exist, where past, present, and future are all accessible simultaneously. Use this ability. When you're facing a decision, don't just think about it logically. Close your eyes, feel into the different options, and notice which timeline feels aligned, expansive, true. Your third eye will show you. Second, your ability to read energy signatures. You can now sense what people are really feeling beneath their words. You can detect lies immediately because the energy of deception has a specific vibration that your newly activated third eye recognizes. You can feel when someone is operating from their higher self versus their wounded ego. You can identify soul family instantly because their frequency resonates with yours in a way that bypasses mental analysis. This ability is going to change your relationships dramatically. You won't be able to stay in connections that are energetically misaligned. Your system will reject them like a body rejects a wrong blood type. Third, your ability to receive downloads from higher consciousness, ideas, solutions, creative visions. They're going to start coming to you out of nowhere. You'll wake up with complete concepts that you didn't consciously think through. You'll be in the shower and suddenly understand something that's been confusing you for years. You'll have dreams that contain specific information or warnings about the future. This is your third eye establishing a clear channel to your higher self, to your spirit guides, to the universal field of intelligence. Don't dismiss these downloads. Write them down immediately. Act on them. They're coming through for a reason. Fourth, your ability to manifest through focused intention. When your third eye is fully activated, when you can see energy and direct it consciously, manifestation stops being a mystery. You understand that everything is frequency, that your thoughts and emotions create vibrational patterns, that those patterns attract matching circumstances. And you learn to work with this law deliberately, not through desperate wanting, not through forced visualization, but through aligned intention backed by the certainty that what you're calling in is already yours in the quantum field. It's just a matter of collapsing the right timeline into your physical experience. Fifth, your ability to access past life information and soul memories. The reset moon is thinning the veil not just between dimensions but between lifetimes. You might start having flashes of places you've never been but somehow know intimately, skills you've never learned but can somehow do, people you just met but feel you've known forever, languages you've never studied but understand. These are not strange coincidences. These are memories bleeding through from other incarnations. Your soul has lived many lives, and right now information from those lives is becoming accessible because you need it for your current mission. Now let me tell you about the destiny miracle that's coming. A miracle is not just something good happening. A miracle is when the natural laws of cause and effect are suspended and something that should be impossible becomes possible. When doors that were locked fly open, when resources appear from nowhere, when the exact right person shows up at the exact right time, when solutions to unsolvable problems present themselves. This is what's being set in motion for you through this portal. Something you've been praying for, working toward, hoping for, but couldn't see how it would ever happen. It's about to manifest in a way you never imagined. And the reason you never saw this coming is because your human mind has been trying to figure out the how. How will I get the money? How will I meet the person? How will the opportunity appear? But miracles don't follow the logical pathways your mind can calculate. They come through synchronicity, through divine orchestration, through the invisible hand of universal intelligence rearranging circumstances in ways that seem magical from your limited perspective. The reset moon has just activated a miracle timeline for you. The forbidden portal has just opened access to resources and possibilities that weren't available yesterday. And in the coming days and weeks you're going to witness evidence of this that will astound you. This is why your personal activation matters. You're not just doing this for yourself, you're doing it for the collective. Every time you choose truth over comfort, every time you trust your intuition over authority, every time you act from love instead of fear, you're adding your frequency to the collective shift. You're making it easier for the next person to wake up. You're weakening the grip of the old paradigm. You're helping to birth the new world that's trying to emerge. This is not small, this is revolutionary. And you're on the front lines whether you fully understand that or not. The destiny miracle that's coming through this portal is different for each person because each soul has a unique mission. For some, it's a financial breakthrough that finally allows them to do their soul work full-time. For others, it's meeting the romantic partner they've been calling in for years. For some, it's a healing of a chronic condition that medical science couldn't solve. For others, it's a creative project that suddenly takes off beyond anything they imagined. The specifics don't matter. What matters is that the miracle is perfectly aligned with your soul's purpose. It's exactly what you need to move to your next level, and it's coming because you're finally ready to receive it. But readiness isn't just about wanting it badly enough. Readiness is about frequency. You can only receive what you're vibrationally matched to, and the reset moon, the forbidden portal, the third eye activation, all of this is raising your frequency to match the miracle that's been waiting for you. This is why it's happening now. This is why you couldn't have received it before. You weren't ready. Your field couldn't hold it. But you are now. The work you've done, the healing you've completed, the growth you've achieved, it's all prepared you for this moment. And the universe is responding to your new frequency by delivering what matches it. In the coming days, watch for signs that the miracle is manifesting. Unexpected messages from people you haven't heard from. Opportunities appearing out of nowhere. Resources showing up just when you need them. Doors opening that were previously locked, synchronicities that are too perfect to be coincidence. Your intuition confirming that yes, this is it, this is what you've been waiting for. When you see these signs, don't dismiss them. Don't rationalize them as luck. Recognize them as evidence that the invisible is becoming visible, that the quantum field is collapsing possibilities into reality, that your miracle is in motion, and when the miracle arrives, and it will arrive, receive it with gratitude, but not surprise. Because you called it in. You did the work to become ready for it. You aligned your frequency to match it. You trusted the process even when you couldn't see the evidence. This is the power of working with cosmic energies consciously. This is what happens when your third eye is open and you can perceive the invisible forces that shape reality. You stop being a victim of circumstance and become a conscious co-creator with the universe. December 7th, 2025. The reset moon is active. The forbidden shift portal is open. Your third eye is being activated. A destiny miracle is in motion. This is not theory. This is not metaphor. This is happening right now in your energy field, in your consciousness, in your life. And what you do in these next critical days will determine how fully you receive what's being offered. Stay aware. Stay aligned. Stay open. Trust your inner knowing more than your outer circumstances. Act on your intuition even when it doesn't make logical sense. And watch as the impossible becomes possible. As the miracle you never saw coming manifests in ways that exceed your wildest expectations. The portal won't stay open forever. These windows are time sensitive. They create acceleration, but only for those who recognize them and act while they're active. So don't waste this moment. Don't let fear or doubt talk you out of what you know is true in your soul. Don't let the limitations of your past define the possibilities of your future. You are being given access to frequencies, abilities, and opportunities that most people will never experience because they're too asleep to even know they exist. But you're awake, you're aware, you're ready. So step through the portal, claim your miracle, and become who you were always meant to be. The universe has been waiting for this moment, and so have you. And understand something profound about what happens when you fully step into this activation. You're not just gaining abilities. You're not just receiving a miracle. You're remembering who you actually are beneath all the programming, beneath all the conditioning, beneath all the lies you were told about your limitations. Your third eye opening is not the acquisition of something new, it's the removal of what was blocking something ancient. Something that's been yours since before you took form in this body. Something that belongs to your soul's original design. Every human being is born with these abilities active. Watch a young child, and you'll see them talking to beings you can't see, knowing things they couldn't logically know, perceiving energies that adults have learned to ignore, but then the world teaches them to shut it down. Parents say it's just imagination. Schools say only what can be measured is real. Society says people who see things that others can't see are crazy. And slowly, year by year, the third eye calcifies. The abilities go dormant. The connection to higher consciousness gets severed, until by adulthood, most people are operating on a fraction of their actual capacity, convinced that the limited five sensory experience is all there is. But you were never meant to stay that way. The shutdown was temporary. It was necessary for you to fully experience this physical dimension, to learn its lessons, to master its challenges. But now you've completed that phase. You've learned what you came here to learn from the limited perspective, and the reset moon is signaling that it's time to come back online. Time to reactivate what was put to sleep. Time to remember what you forgot. Time to reclaim the full spectrum of your consciousness. This is why the miracle coming through feels destined, because it is. It's not random good fortune. It's not lucky timing. It's the universe responding to the fact that you've reached the frequency where you can finally receive what's always been yours. Think about it. How long have you been asking for this? How many prayers have you sent up requesting exactly what's about to manifest? How many times have you visualized it, hoped for it, worked toward it, only to have it remain just out of reach? That wasn't the universe denying you. That was the universe waiting for you to become ready, to clear the blocks, to raise the frequency, to open the channel wide enough that the miracle could actually come through without destroying you. Because here's what most people don't understand about miracles. They require a certain capacity to hold them. If you received everything you wanted before you were ready, it would overwhelm your system. It would activate every fear, every doubt, every piece of unworthiness you hadn't healed yet. And you'd end up sabotaging it, rejecting it, or being crushed by it. So the universe in its wisdom makes you wait. Not as punishment, as preparation. Every challenge you faced was building your capacity. Every dark night was strengthening your foundation. Every time you chose growth over comfort, you were expanding your ability to hold more light, more power, more abundance, more love. And now you're ready. That's what the reset moon is confirming. That's what the portal opening is announcing. That's what your third eye activating is proving. You've done the work. You've paid the price. You've earned the right to receive what's coming, not through suffering, but through evolution, not through sacrifice, but through transformation. You are not the same person you were a year ago. You are not even the same person you were a month ago. You have been upgrading in real time, and this miracle is the universe's way of acknowledging that upgrade. Think about every moment you wanted to give up, but didn't. Every time you were brought to your knees and somehow found the strength to stand again. Every instance when staying in your old patterns would have been easier, but you chose growth anyway. Every tear you cried in the darkness, believing no one saw, the universe saw. Your guides witnessed every single moment, and they were recording it all, not to judge you, but to measure your capacity, to determine when you'd be strong enough to hold what you've been asking for. That time is now. The measurement is complete, and you've passed every test. This is why the timing is December 7th specifically, why the reset moon chose this moment to activate, why the forbidden portal opened today and not a month ago or a year from now, because you reached the exact frequency required, you cleared the exact amount of density necessary, you healed the precise wounds that were blocking the channel, and the universe operates on perfect timing, not human timing. When you're ready, truly ready at a soul level, the miracle moves, not a moment sooner, not a moment later, and your readiness is confirmed by the fact that you're here, receiving this message, feeling the resonance of truth in every word. Let me tell you what's going to happen in the next 72 hours specifically. This is the peak window of the portal. The reset moon's influence is strongest right now, and will remain at maximum intensity through December 10th. During this time, you're going to experience what I call divine downloads in rapid succession. Ideas will come to you fully formed. Solutions to problems that have stumped you for months will suddenly become obvious. Creative visions will flood your consciousness. You'll wake up knowing exactly what you need to do next, even if you had no idea the night before. This is your higher self, your guides, your soul, all communicating with you through the open channel of your third eye. Do not dismiss these downloads. Do not wait to act on them. They are time-sensitive instructions for navigating this portal optimally. You're also going to notice that your manifestation speed increases dramatically. Things you think about will start appearing in your reality almost immediately. A person you were just considering will text you. A resource you needed will show up out of nowhere. An opportunity you were hoping for will present itself. This is not coincidence. This is your thoughts having more creative power because your frequency is higher and your third eye is directing energy more precisely. Be very careful what you focus on during this window. Your attention is literally shaping reality right now more than it ever has before. Focus on what you want to create, not what you want to avoid. The people in your life are going to respond to you differently. Some will be drawn to you with unusual intensity, feeling your elevated frequency even if they can't name what they're sensing. These are your soul family, your true tribe, the ones meant to walk this next phase with you. They'll seem to appear out of nowhere, but really they've been waiting in the wings for you to reach the frequency where recognition could occur. Welcome them. These connections are divinely orchestrated, but others will suddenly feel uncomfortable around you. Your light will trigger their shadow. Your growth will highlight their stagnation. Your clarity will contrast with their confusion. They might pull away, get hostile, or try to diminish what you're experiencing. Let them go. They're not meant for this timeline. Trying to hold on to them will only slow you down. Your physical body might go through some intense adjustments during this portal. You might need more sleep than usual as your system integrates the new frequencies. You might have appetite changes, craving certain foods or losing interest in others as your body recalibrates what it needs to maintain the higher vibration. You might experience energy fluctuations, feeling incredibly alive one moment and completely exhausted the next. This is all normal. Your physical form is literally being rewired to hold more light. Be gentle with yourself. Rest when you need to. Hydrate constantly. Spend time in nature if possible. Your body is doing profound work even when you're just sitting still. Now let me address what to do if the miracle manifests in a form you don't recognize. Sometimes we're so attached to how we think our blessing should look that we miss it when it arrives in a different package. You might have been praying for a specific person to come back, but the universe sends you someone better. You might have been hoping for one job opportunity, but a completely different path opens that's more aligned. You might have been expecting money to come from a particular source, but it flows in through a channel you never anticipated. Stay flexible. Stay open. Don't reject the miracle because it doesn't match your mental picture. Your third eye will confirm what's truly aligned even when your logical mind is confused. Trust that inner knowing over your expectations, and when the miracle does manifest, and it will manifest, you must receive it without hesitation. This is where many people fail. They've done all the work, reached the frequency, opened to receive, and then when the blessing arrives, they question it. They wonder if they deserve it. They look for what's wrong with it. They wait for it to be taken away. This doubt, this unworthiness programming, will push the miracle right back out of your reality. So practice receiving now. When someone gives you a compliment, simply say thank you instead of deflecting. When an opportunity presents itself, say yes instead of listing all the reasons you're not qualified. When money comes to you, accept it with gratitude instead of guilt. You're training your nervous system to be comfortable with good things happening to you. And this training is essential for holding the big miracle that's coming.